Welcome back. The US President is here, and this Sunday morning, or as we cross noon, is about to reach Raj Ghat, where he will pay homage to the samadhi of the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. After that will be delegation level talks. We'll talk about the talks in a moment from now, because that will be the critical, the really bread and butter of this visit. But just the ceremonials in terms of the visit to Raj Ghat. It's interesting, Partha, that when it comes to every visiting head of state goes to Raj Ghat. Is that in a sense something which is part of protocol now? Is it possible to find a more imaginative way perhaps in which we could sort of remember, commemorate the father of the nation?
No, I think the father of the nation stands on his own. His contribution to our life is so substantial that it can't be forgotten. More importantly, he is a world figure, and in America, don't forget Barack Obama's relatives, and many of them, the African American, recalled that Martin Luther King's struggle was based on the ideals of Mahatma Gandhi.
Is that something which you believe is an area of commonality? We saw that when the Indian Prime Minister was there. The US President again broke protocol to accompany the Indian Prime Minister to the statue of Martin Luther King.
Listen, when I was in Washington, and Kamal was also there later on, there was a Congressional Black Caucus, which was really African American congressmen and senators. And the one common point which we had in discussing with them was Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, and the connection for equality and an end to discrimination. So,
you know, I must clarify.
Is that an area of commonality? You know, while we look at the divergences, and we'll discuss them once we come to the delegation level talks, whether it's on the civil nuclear deal, whether it's on specifics of the climate change agreement. But when it comes to the commonality, who in turn said that Gandhi was his biggest inspiration?
Yeah,
so
it's a talking
I'm just
point.
looking for, it's a talking point.
For an African-American president,
Yes.
it becomes
I think it's
No, it's
very,
much
very,
more than that.
more than symbolism.
Yeah.
It's more than symbolism.
Yeah, whereas
I don't
any
think so.
American
You
president...
don't agree? Good. No, it's good to have a contrarian view. You must stick to your
No,
contrarian view.
I'd like to say that,
Yes.
you know, it's not only because he's African-American. I think the fact that
half
the
African-American, don't forget that also.
absolutely. The fact that the Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi sort of tie is being emphasized again and again, that's a very good thing that is being done. But remember, I think, you know, any American visit to India is also very, very interesting, not only because we've had all these differences during the Cold War, but also pre-Cold War. Remember, it was Roosevelt who pushed party. It is a left of center party. I mean, we can argue about the color of the party, but I think a visit by the American president is not only about American foreign policy, it's also about reconnecting. I think if you like...
Yes.
I think what distinguishes us from other colonial territories, many of whom,
former
colonial territories who attained their independence through armed struggle. Ours was a unique struggle for independence,
Absolutely.
led by a unique man. Mahatma Gandhi is the ultimate symbol of what India should be seen by the world, by being different.
So it's a way in a sense for Barack Obama, who has a deep sense of history.
Absolutely.
When you look at his writing,
Absolutely.
going to the Rajpath, going to the samadhi of the Mahatma is an opportunity for him to connect. It's interesting that he's not going to the Taj. Let's be clear, he's cancelled the Taj. So the lovely photo op that he would have gotten in front of the Taj is not there, but he will definitely go to Raj Ghat, because I think it does, if you read Barack Obama, Gandhi and Martin Luther King are two figures who have
Let me
inspired his
just
life.
change the subject. Last time when he came here,
Yes.
he went to Humayun's tomb. He realized it connected in the 17th century to a drama that was played out in India.
I think that's quite beautiful, isn't it? The fact that Obama responds.
So he's conscious of, he responded. So now imagine Aurangzeb,
So he's connecting the past
who
with
killed
the
that
present.
brother, his grave is unremembered in Aurangabad, and here he was, the global hegemon, was bowing his head to Darasham.
We've got the symbolism versus the chilling pragmatism of we're going to look at both aspects. There are the former foreign secretary is looking at it in purely pragmatic terms, saying why are we getting sentimental about issues like Barack Obama trying to build those linkages in a way. There are live coming in from Raj Ghat. I'm told that the entourage is to arrive at any moment now there. Okay, those are the pictures that are coming in of the US President now arriving at at Raj Ghat. I'm told he's being accompanied by Piyush Goyal, minister in the government, Minister for Power. He's accompanying the US President, and he is apparently the minister who will be accompanying the US President on many of these ceremonial functions over the next 2 days. So Piyush Goyal, chartered accountant and someone who was the president, I think, of the Indian Chartered Accountants Association in Mumbai for a while, now of course is an important minister in the UPA government.
Constitutes the very basis of our democratic structure. And it is an allusion to that. That does not mean the democratic structure does not permit you to have armed forces or to have the real symbols of power, including nuclear weapons. The two may appear to be contradictory, but like every human being, every nation has a multifaceted personality.
So I think there are huge differences between India and the US, whether it's on Pakistan, whether it's on China, whether it's on Afghanistan. I think we have, on the nuclear issue. But the fact is that we also have a lot of similarities. They may not be in hard, realpolitik, sort of pragmatic terms. Of course, we have differences, but that's true for any relationship. It's true for, whether it's India and the US, India and Russia, China. Why is it that differences? Why is it that the differences should define us?
No, what are the similarities?
I think we
have
have
terms. What are the similarities?
No. What does hardcore mean, Mr. Sibal?
Right.
The fact is that
in any way you wish to describe, what are the similarities?
I am going to take a break. It's good that Mr. Sibal is injecting some element of contrarian views in our debate before we get carried away by the romanticism and sentimentalism of us being the world's largest and oldest democracy. You want to give your he's catching something on SMS.
It said that Martin Luther King visited India in 1959.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you have any evidence of his visiting Mahatma Gandhi's samadhi. It'll be very interesting to see. He was here in 1959.
I will try and check that.
Okay.
Well, I will try and get that checked through Google.
The year the Dalai Lama came to India.
Okay. I will get that checked. Did Martin Luther King visit Raj Ghat when he came to India in 1959? If there are any quiz trivia guys out there, do let me know what the right answer. I will also try and Google search that and do Google Namo Shivaya on this day.